Hollywood didn't make me. I made me.
A bombshell confession just dropped from Marlon Wayans, and it's exposing a dark side of Hollywood that no one saw coming. The comedy legend, known for his hilarious roles and sharp wit, has revealed shocking details about the infamous parties hosted by Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, claiming they waited for him to leave before things got wild. Is this a glimpse into the seedy underbelly of fame, or just Marlon's trademark humor? Stick around because this story is as revealing as it is unsettling, and you won't believe the reactions it's causing. Imagine being a Hollywood insider, attending glitzy parties thrown by one of music's biggest names, only to realize that you might be missing the real action. That's the claim Marlon Wayans made in an interview on the Club Shay Shay podcast with Shannon Sharp. Marlon, a staple in comedy with hits like White Chicks and Scary Movie, admitted that he's been to plenty of Diddy's parties over the years, but always left early. He insisted that he never witnessed any of the alleged misconduct now making headlines, like the claims of substances, coercion, and wild behavior tied to Diddy's so-called freakoff events. But his punchline, "They waited for me to leave, like he talks too much," has set the internet ablaze with people wondering what really goes on behind closed doors. Marlon's comments came in the middle of Diddy's mounting legal troubles, which include federal charges of trafficking and racketeering, as well as dozens of civil lawsuits alleging misconduct at his parties. In interviews and posts found on X, Marlon has doubled down, saying that he's never seen the kind of behavior described in the court documents and media reports. He told Shannon that he'd leave around 2 or 3 a.m., joking that if anything shady happened, it must have been right after he was gone. He said, "When did that happen? At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean at 3:32?
Can I ask you about this? Because people be asking me about it. These Hollywood parties. Marlon, you been to the Hollywood parties. What's going on at these Hollywood parties?
I left early.
Because people think that.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen
the stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. I never, those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties. And even if I go, like I said, I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? Yes. At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. That Wayans gone. Yeah. He talked too much. I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. You know, I see drugs, you know.
Yeah.
I don't be seeing like, I'm not a man that's about the gangbangs and the this and that.
Yeah.
If I party, I like my own party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, you know, back in the day, it'd be me and some chicks. It'd be me and some chicks. I don't need me, some chicks, and some dicks. Nah, this is my party. This is my swell.
Ain't no Amtrak going on.
It's all love. This a love session here. Like, go, but I no Amtraks, because that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I see the forest through the trees. Because I got God in my life.
Right.
I got my daddy in my life. I got my mama. Don't do that.
Yep.
Now you know better.
Yep.
Everything that you do one day can come back to haunt you, so you gotta be careful how you show up.
He basically suggested that the partygoers were relieved when he left because he's too outspoken. Fans on social media are eating it up, with some praising his honesty, and others questioning if he's downplaying what he knows. Diddy's parties have long been the stuff of legend, known for their extravagance and exclusivity, but recent allegations paint a darker picture. Court documents and web reports claim that these gatherings, often called freak-offs, involved intimidation, coercion, and illegal activities, with some accusers saying that they were forced into situations that they didn't consent to.
He's accused of trafficking women and male workers to perform depraved freak-offs, drug-fueled parties for his own twisted enjoyment.
Freak-offs, which often lasted several days, were held in secret. Many were said to have taken place after Diddy's white parties. It's reported that once the bulk of A-list guests departed, the freak-offs would often begin in back rooms. These events included male and female workers. It's also purported that there was heightened security and staff to facilitate the debaucherous events. Participants.
There's countless victims who we likely won't know the identities of.
In addition to Diddy, the alleged participants in these so-called freak-offs included his friends, workers, and select special guests. These private freak-off gatherings only included those heavily aligned with Diddy's inner circle, though.
Love Records. We here. We stronger together. Yeah.
According to reports, the freak-off guest list would shrink as the night went on, leaving only an exclusive few to participate in the more explicit activities. It's not known at this time if any high-profile celebrities participated in any freak-offs. Attending Combs's white parties does not equate to any wrongdoing, as the freak-offs were the after party. Freak-off items.
It was very clear that a lot of the information that they got was from digital evidence that was taken from the raid.
According to prosecutors, the items used in the freak-off gatherings included large quantities of illegal substances, gallons of liquor, and other notable supplies such as baby oil and lubricants, which were allegedly, quote, essential for the event. During searches of Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, law enforcement reportedly seized narcotics, videos, and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants, all suspected of being used for the freak-offs.
Marlon's admission that he left early has sparked debate about whether he's telling the whole story or just sticking to his comedic persona. Some posts on X suggest that he's trying to distance himself from the scandal, while others argue that his humor is a shield, protecting him from having to take a side. Either way, his words have opened a floodgate of speculation about what really happens when the cameras aren't rolling. Marlon's history in Hollywood gives his comments weight. As part of the Wayans family, he's been a fixture in the industry since the 90s, starring in shows like The Wayans Brothers and movies like A Haunted House. He's known for his sharp tongue and willingness to call out hypocrisy, which might explain why he thinks that partygoers saw him as a liability. Articles and posts on X quote him saying that he doesn't frequent those types of parties, implying that he steers clear of the wilder scenes. But his earlier praise for Diddy's events, like a 2009 X post where he wrote, "Been doing Diddy parties for 15 years and I must say you never let me down, Puff," has some questioning his current stance. Was he oblivious, or is he now trying to rewrite his narrative? The timing of Marlon's revelation is no coincidence. Diddy was arrested in September 2024 and is currently detained in Brooklyn, facing a federal trial that could land him in prison for decades. Allegations from former employees, party attendees, and even celebrities like Cassie Ventura have painted him as a predator who used his power to exploit others. Marlon's comments come as other stars, like 50 Cent, have also spoken out, either joking about or condemning Diddy's behavior.
An experience, so I had so much confusion going on, and they was going, 50, I'm like, me? Are you serious? Come in, girl. You wouldn't believe it, but you know, I enjoyed myself. We enjoyed ourselves. I didn't do nothing Puffy did. Yeah, no, it was just so excitement. There's so much excitement that there was no reason for me to put something in our drink. I need you to remember. I need you to remember this. Huh?
The foundation.
Yeah. Thank you. I told you I jump around.
But Marlon's take is unique. He's not accusing Diddy directly, but suggesting that there's a hidden layer to these events that only reveals itself after certain people leave. Social media is split on what to make of Marlon's expose. Some fans on X applaud his honesty, seeing it as a rare glimpse into Hollywood's code of silence. Marlon's always been real, even if he jokes about it, one user wrote, while another added, "He talks too much, but that's why we love him. He doesn't hold back." Others aren't so sure, with posts questioning why he attended the parties at all if he knew they had a shady reputation. "If you left early every time, why keep going?" one commenter asked, suggesting that Marlon might be downplaying his involvement to avoid scrutiny. Legal experts and entertainment watchers say that Marlon's comments could have implications for Diddy's case. While he's not a witness or accuser, his remarks add to the narrative that Diddy's parties had two sides, the public spectacle and the private chaos. Web reports note that federal prosecutors have seized evidence, including videos and documents, that allegedly show Diddy orchestrating illegal activities at these events. If Marlon's right and the real action started after he left, it could mean that there's a tight-knit group who knew what was going on, waiting for less talkative guests to clear out. Marlon's "talks too much" quip has also sparked memes and viral threads, with fans joking that he's the industry's unofficial whistleblower. Some posts on X recreate the scenario, imagining Diddy's crew breathing a sigh of relief when Marlon exits, only to let loose once he's gone. Others use it to highlight broader issues, like how Hollywood protects its own, with one user writing, "Marlon exposing the game without even trying. Classic." But the humor masks a serious question. If Marlon never saw anything, does that mean the allegations are exaggerated, or did he just miss the worst of it? Diddy's defenders argue that Marlon's comments prove that not all partygoers saw misconduct, suggesting that the lawsuits are overblown or targeted. Critics, however, say that Marlon's early exits don't clear Diddy's name. They just show how carefully some stars navigate the industry. Online discussions point to other celebrities, like Usher and Justin Bieber, who've been linked to Diddy's circle, with some wondering if they too left before things escalated. But without concrete evidence from from Marlon or others, the truth remains murky, fueling endless debate. Marlon's personal brand adds another layer. Known for his family-friendly comedy and roles in movies like Little Man, he's built a reputation as a likable, down-to-earth star. But his willingness to joke about Diddy's parties shows that he's not afraid to wade into controversy, even if it's with a laugh. Fans on X love this about him, and the cultural impact is undeniable. Marlon's expose has reignited interest in Diddy's parties, with articles and posts on X digging into past events like the white parties of the 90s and 2000s, known for their opulence but now scrutinized for alleged harm. Some argue that Marlon's comments humanize the situation, showing that not everyone was in on the action, while others see it as a cop-out, a way to avoid taking responsibility. Either way, it sparked a broader conversation about accountability in Hollywood, with fans asking who else knew what and when. Entertainment outlets are running wild with the story, with headlines like Marlon Wayans spills tea on Diddy's parties and Hollywood's open secret exposed. Reports cite sources who say that Marlon's remarks have emboldened other celebrities to share their own experiences, though few have gone as public as he has. Some suggest that his humor is a strategic move, keeping him relevant while staying safe from legal blowback, while others see it as genuine confusion about what really happened at those events. Fans are also looking at Marlon's past interactions with Diddy. Photos from the early 2000s show them at events together, with Marlon often praising Diddy's hospitality. But in recent years, as Diddy's reputation has crumbled, Marlon has kept his distance, focusing on his own projects like the upcoming Scary Movie 6.
I watch how I conduct myself, because I'm not just doing this for me. I have to answer to God, I gotta answer to my brothers, I have to answer to my legacy. I can't act a certain way. I have to answer to black people. I have to answer to kids that want to be like me. There's a lot for me to answer to. There's a bunch of people that want to come laugh and feel good, and I owe it to my fans to walk through this life and be an example as best as I can. Now, I will go on my runs. I will curse out United Airlines.
Yeah.
I will. When I'm mistreated, I'ma talk bad about you. But if I don't have to, I'ma refrain. But I watch my conduct. You have to watch your conduct. So I don't go to those parties like that. I've been to parties, but like I said, I never saw nothing. I'd be so surprised when I hear certain things. Like, that happened?
Yeah. Where was I when that happened?
Exactly.
White chicks. Did you?
Well, they at that party. A few.
Did you think white chicks was gonna, when you're making white chicks, obviously you and Sean, I think you, Sean, and you said Keenan and a couple other people was writing this movie, and you're like, okay, yeah, this blah, 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 blah. Just thinking. So when you're shooting this movie, obviously you're getting laughs. Did you think it was gonna do this?
Yeah. We was like, it's special. Nobody's done it.
Posts on X speculate that he's using this moment to reassert his image as an outsider who never got too deep into the industry's darker corners, even if he attended the same parties. But what do you guys think? Did Marlon really expose a hidden truth about Diddy's parties? Or is his "talks too much" line just another joke? Are Hollywood's elites really that calculating, waiting for certain people to leave before letting loose? Or is this all just speculation blown out of proportion? And what does it say about the industry if stars like Marlon feel they have to watch their backs? Let me know in the comments below.